Beer here back in the fantasy bar with a special happy hour for the 3-game NBA slate. My favorite mid-range and value plays, including my favorite play on the slate to help you get those studs in your lineup. Who is it? Belly up to the fantasy bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Wednesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Back here talking NBA playoffs, 3-game slate. And I'm back with 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and Draftkings. And not just any six-pack. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're going to bust out a happy hour here. And what does that mean? Just like your favorite bar down the road, we're going to give you slash prices here. I'm going to find some of my favorite guys I think will bounce back, guys that are too cheap. Everybody, it's going to allow you to fit the Hardens, the Giannis's, the LeBrons of the world in your lineup, trying to make life easy here on this 3-game slate. Before we get into the plays, guys, special offer for you. RotoGrinders.com/beer to give you $10 off a Core 4 premium subscription that not only covers the NBA, which we're talking about, you also get baseball, PGA Tour golf, and NFL right around the corner. Lineup HQ, projections, ownership projections, premium articles, videos, everything under one umbrella. $10 off just for checking out this video. Go and check this limited time offer out now. RotoGrinders.com/beer. Also, if you're on YouTube, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That tells me you're enjoying the videos, you're liking what you see. That's the tip jar here. Do me a favor, take a second and smash that thumbs up button. And also subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into these plays for Wednesday. Let's start at the point guard position with DJ Augustin of the Magic. I love going back to the well, and guys that disappointed in that last game, and it certainly fits the bill here with DJ Augustin. I think a lot of people are going to go to Markelle Fultz here on this slate, and I'm okay with Fultz, but I think he's going to be heavily owned while Augustin is completely ignored. Let's not forget, this is a guy that's given us 2 30-point DraftKings ceiling games in this series, and at these prices, we're talking about a very nice return on salary here for DJ Augustin, as well as low ownership here. Point guard going to be a tough position for people to fill. I think you're going to see a lot of Chris Paul. I think you're going to see a lot of Markelle Fultz. Anybody outside of that will be lower owned than they should be, including DJ Augustin. I think this is a great spot to save some money, get some of these studs in your lineup. DJ Augustin to lead us off here in the Wednesday six-pack. All right, let's spend a little bit of money, not a ton here. We're going to go shooting guard, small forward, Khris Middleton of the Bucks. Now, we know Giannis is the guy here from Milwaukee, continues to knock out 60-point games. But let's not forget about Khris Middleton. It's been interesting through this series. DraftKings been priced up. That helps take some ownership away. People don't want to pay that number for Khris Middleton, and FanDuel been a value for most of this series. So depending on what site you play, there's different reasons to play Middleton, but I like him on both sites here. The numbers have been solid, pretty much coming close to 40 fantasy points. Well, not even shooting the ball well. We know that's the name of his game. 7 of 19, 7 of 17 in the last couple games, but that usage has been there. 25% or higher usage in 3 of the first 4 games of this series. So as much usage as Giannis gets, Middleton's still a guy getting some decent numbers and has played well against this team all season long, including these playoff games, averaging over 40 DraftKings points a game against Orlando. Add it all up, Khris Middleton, a guy I want to make a staple of my Wednesday lineups. All right, let's stay in that same game. Let's wrap it up with power forward Gary Clark of the Magic. That's the guy I'm going to continue to play. He's been a great value. Aaron Gordon, I expect to remain out here, remains questionable. The guy can't even get up and down the floor. I think it's another night of 30-plus minutes here for Gary Clark. In fact, he's played 27 or more minutes in every single game of this series. So I don't expect that to change. A guy that can give you upside by hitting the 3, but can also contribute in a lot of different ways. We've really seen him hit the glass in this series. A guy that can hit the steals and blocks categories as well, but remains too cheap in my opinion. We're looking for value to try to fit those studs in the lineup. Augustin and Gary Clark stand out to me as the Orlando guys you want here on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, let's continue with our happy hour segment with power forward Jeff Green of the Rockets. Now here's another guy, kind of the theme of the show. Not only is he cheap, but a guy that disappointed in that last game in the playoffs. There's really a lot of what have you done for me lately here, and that may help lower some ownership on Jeff Green. In a 3-game set, you're not going to find guys at 1-2% owned, but you can find guys that are lower owned than they should be, and to me, that's going to be Jeff Green. I mean, this guy's averaging almost 32 DraftKings points a game in this series. The Rockets pretty much playing 6 guys all the minutes. So you're going to see 35, 40 minutes here of Jeff Green, and we've seen him return 8, 9, almost 10x on the salary, and I think he can do that once again here tonight. You just don't find this level of upside at these prices, which Jeff Green gives you. A guy that can score, a guy that can put a double-double on the board, a guy that can hit some threes. Jeff Green, too cheap in my opinion. Continue to go back to that well. Even after that down game, I think he responds here tonight against OKC. Speaking of OKC, let's go to that side. We're going to go, guy that's kind of falling off the radar here, but I think you want to go back to Danilo Gallinari of the Thunder. Once again, a guy that disappointed in Game 3. We saw the guards really dominate things with Chris Paul, SGA, and Dennis Schroeder dominating the usage and the offense. But let's not forget how good Gallinari has been. And Houston defensively, we know it's not good. We know it's a track meet. They're going to try to outscore you. But the focus is going to be on these guards. That's going to leave Gallo in a pretty good position here and averaging over 33 DraftKings points a game against Houston this season. We've got some ceiling games as well. 3 of those games have been 39 or more DraftKings points. So a great matchup here for him. Another guy I expect to be ignored on the ownership front, and a guy I want to make a priority here in my Wednesday night lineups rolling with Mr. Danilo Gallinari of the Thunder. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Wednesday. But before we do that, guys, we're going to continue to say thank you to the loyal bar patrons here with the Beast of the Night contest. All you have to do, get in the comment section below the video and let me know fantasy points on DraftKings for my Beast of the Night. Closest guess is going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium or a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. So without further ado, let's continue this happy hour. Let's round it out with my 6th and final play. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to stay in that mid-range here. We're going to go to Portland. We're rolling with Carmelo Anthony, tonight's Beast of the Night. So for me, a lock and load here. Carmelo Anthony going to be in 100% of my lineups. We know Damian Lillard is out. We know CJ McCollum in a good spot as well. I expect him to be heavily owned. And I'm expecting Carmelo to have some pretty high ownership as well. I don't care. This is the guy I want on this slate, especially from this Portland team. 35 shots jacked up by Carmelo Anthony in the last 2 games with Damian Lillard in the lineup. So what's he going to do without Damian Lillard in the lineup? Going against his buddy LeBron James. Portland season on the line here. These 2 guys, McCollum and Anthony, are going to dominate the usage here for the Portland Trailblazers. We know the ceiling is there with Carmelo, can produce in a lot of different ways, can hit the glass, can give you 30 real-life points any single night, even at this elevated age, and I know all about that. And even at this elevated age, which I know all about, Carmelo Anthony still has some game here. I think he produces for you big time and going to be a guy I'm locking in my lineups. Don't be on the sidelines here. Get Carmelo Anthony in those lineups on both FanDuel and DraftKings, making him easily my favorite play on this slate and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up here for our happy hour segment here in the Fantasy Bar, talking NBA hoops on FanDuel and DraftKings. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, get in the comment section below the video and let me know. Also, fantasy points for Carmelo Anthony on DraftKings, closest guess for that shot at some RG Premium. You can also head over to Twitter and follow me at Beermakersfan. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Guys, best of luck here. We'll be back with more videos. Baseball later in the week. We have NFL best ball videos covering every single position over on the new DraftKings Best Ball app. Make sure you check those out. And of course, we'll continue to roll out NBA hoops. Guys, thank you for watching. Good luck, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist